목요일날 새벽 4시 10분이 곧 돼갑니다. 아침 읽기를 좀 시작하겠습니다. Lobster, gangsters of the sea. A living lobster is greenish black on top and orange below. Better, simpler strategy. A value-based guide to exceptional performance. Supply chains are people too. In June 2016, we, CEO of Car Trim, a Prevent subsidiary, received an ominous fax the message. The news was grim. Everything is fucked. A book about the hope. We'd just get equally upset about the more minor stuff. Why do women still wear stilettos? Sounded during the work from home days of social isolation during the coronavirus pandemic. It has receded into the cacophony of history as the return to office has heralded a return of somewhat more formal footwear. Cacophony. Medical data is making Americans angry, and so the suffering of patients deepens. Presentation skills, how to take it to the next level as a competent, engaging presenter. Switch back to being responsive to the many instead of reactive to the few. New regulation on housing loans comes into force. Salaried workers could see lending limits cut by over 10 million won. South Korea has tightened household debt regulation with the introduction of stressed interest to the debt service ratio system across the banking sector effective Monday. but it's not athletic ability that really counts. It's that inner quality of persistence and the belief that makes the difference. That totally awesome commitment to change. Skized. Why our families can't uphold America. Brilliant. A scorching account of the American family today. Skized. Why our families can't uphold America. The virtues of the virtues. The virtues of a universal basic income. Universal basic income are, well, universal. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. The Oscar nominated film is based on a book by the Scotsman Alasdair Gray. Hot air balloons soar above the Mediterranean. One-minute valleys are the natural health of happiness system that never fails. Spinal adjustment and interferential therapy on 31 diabetic patients revealed that 87% demonstrated increased circulation. The most frequently read scripture in weddings say it best. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. 1 Corinthians chapter 14. The most frequently read scripture. Korean resident of Kyiv record 2 years of war. Even now, I don't regret that decision. I keep supporting Ukrainian President Zelensky and the Ukrainian people. Pitch perfect. How to say it right the first time every time. With Bill's book in front of you, your days of thinking I wish I had said that will be behind you. Is there a crisis blowing up back in your office? You can heal your life. Chapter 8, Building the New. The answers within me come to my awareness with ease. I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be unhappy. I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be old. When you put your attention, when you put your attention on growth, when you put your attention on growth, the eventual Nobel Prize winning economist Thomas used the game theory to explore the risk that conventional conflict could escalate to the use of a nuclear weapon. His work demonstrated the value of arms control and helped establish nuclear deterrence based, however perversely, on mutual assured destruction. We needed to think about the unthinkable future. You want my vote? You cannot kill my people in my name. As simple as that. But that doesn't get close. But that doesn't get close to the policies. The Fairy Bible. Everything you ever wanted to know about the fairies. Long ago, many trees were considered to be the home of oracles, with the deity whispering through the leaves. Because he was just 12, he didn't fully understand what his family becoming a foster home meant, or the emotional journey that would entail. God's Little Princess Devotional Bible. Pick out your favorite beaded necklace from your dress-up clothes. Open innovation results. Going beyond the hype and getting down to business. It needed to attract lots of startup firms to use the HANA in their offerings to serve their market in new, faster ways. 18 minutes. Find your focus, master distraction, and get the right things done. That's Sin's mistake and mine, and perhaps if you find that people don't always do when you ask. Yours too. I see Kay as getting her post at Harvard because she was a diversity, equity, and inclusion candidate. Race issue became unavoidable at Harvard. When first black president resigned, the crash over diversity effort sharpened. American girls about town. Get ready to paint the town red. white, and the blue. I don't understand, I said, as what he'd done slowly started to sink in. While America aged in 1997, it came within a hair of unseating the local president. Unseat. Family wounds, and forgiveness. I have three grown, independent, successful children, and my sister has the two. Has the two. A school board that is not thinking hard about this and making plans for the transition. It is simply not doing its job. Slowing climate change started at home. The public must make the transition from green consumers to green citizens. Green citizens. Selling the Invisible, a field guide to modern marketing. The one book on marketing I'd have if I could have just one classic. The cleverness of Federal Express. Express was not being widely used when Fred chose Federal Express's name. Korea Quiz, Korean postpartum care. Test your knowledge of Korea with our weekly Korea quiz. In traditional Korean postpartum care, mothers are advised to refrain from getting their hands wet, and stay warm indoors for a specific period after giving birth to enable their full recovery. How long is this period? Postpartum. Essays that will get you into medical school. The better your essay, the better your chance of acceptance by the medical school of your choice. Because my research experience has added a unique dimension to my education, I feel that it is important to support the research interest of others. This is the eye-poppingly surreal world that Bella Baxter, played by Emma Stone, thrilled to in Yorgos Lanthimos' Oscar-nominated film Poor Things. Oscar-nominated film is based on a book by Scotsman A. Tribe of Mentors, short life advice from the best in the world. Back when I was 75, I'm 78 now, I checked out the local CrossFit box and was enchanted by the absence of meters and machines and by the presence of free weights. Making more things faster, good times ahead, productivity figures bring hope for repeat of the 1990s the economy. In the words of Abram Joshua, we must learn how to be surprised, not to adjust ourselves. We can learn to become surprised by corruption, passage from opioid, abuse of animals in food production, or gun violence. A world without work. The attitudes were different in the ancient world too. The art of asking, ask better questions, get better answers. You ought to have people in these jobs you trust. Chaotics. The business of managing and marketing in the age of turbulence. Process-oriented, from making profit on every sale to building long-term customer value. How to have a brilliant life. What skills do you have? What skills do you have? Here's a checklist to see what parts of the brilliant you can contribute. Energy, fun, cooking, patience, creativity, understanding of teenagers, writing, business sense, specialist knowledge, love of animals or trade, design skills, a pint of blood, excellent contact, energy, enthusiasm, organizational skills. Unshakable. Colossians chapter 1. Work in progress. Be strengthened. Be strengthened with all power, according to his glorious might, so that you may have greater endurance and patience, and giving joyful thanks to the Father. At the Min's administrative headquarters in Washington, where around 300 people work, those in leadership, those in leadership and higher paying roles are mostly white, while employees on the lower end of the pay scale are mostly people of color, according to the report. Hello. But my father ignored her. University spots left open as young population falls. Even universities in Seoul, typically favored by college applicants, struggled to meet their regular admission quotas this year due to a sharp decline in the school-age population. University spots left open. The Don Sweater affirmation, 100 inspiration to help make your life happier and more relaxed. Kindness is a habit that I nurture every day out of love for others. The alter ego effect, the power of secret identities to transform your life. For 20 years, I've been teaching athletes the power of meditation and helping them develop stronger focus and concentration skills. Mr. H founded Albedo with Winston Tree, a former Facebook software engineer, and IJ, a former Lockheed Martin satellite engineer. Use your money wisely. I trust that each of us will hear him say, "Well done, my good and faithful, well done, my good and faithful servant." Living is the process of continuous. Living is a process of continuous rebirth. South Korea has the world's lowest birth rate, but it offers arguably some of the world's best postpartum care for women who do give birth. How not to become a soft Logai. The latest keyword is the logai, which literally means the harm of being old. The harm of being old. The online definition is the act of the elderly causing trouble for young people without realizing their oldness or the person who commits the act. Proverbs. One law for the rich and another for the poor, people without money, and its accompanying influence and power are often treated more harshly than those who have money. Might is right. The power of affirmation. Success follows me wherever I go. Affirmation for success. Road to riches. 20 super hot startup. No experience needed. Wheels of fortune. In this business, you can take real pride in the fact that you save lives for a living. Yeah. Bitch A said she is under no illusions that Mr. Trump was even more closely aligned with Israel during his tenure would push for a ceasefire or be more supportive of Palestinians. Voters who turned from Biden in Michigan or in Gaza has led some Democrats to question their allegiance. The secret power of speaking God's word. Without faith, it is impossible to please and be satisfactory to God. For to come near to God, I must necessarily believe that God exists and that He is the rewarder of those who earnestly and diligently seek Him out. Hebrews chapter 11. An intellectual is a person whose mind watches itself. Legal English. In other words, you should try to get through this stage of small talk efficiently without undue haste, but equally without lingering pointlessly on unpromising details, and then move on to the next stage. 101 American English proverb. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Elderly people can't change their behavior or learn anything new. You can't teach an old dog new. talks are aimed to salve a deep Republican rift. Aides work behind the scenes to secure Senate leaders' endorsement of Trump. Their relationship was never warm and probably never will be. He'll probably end up endorsing me. I don't know what I can work with him. Mr. Trump told Mr. I he gave away trillions of dollars that he didn't have to. Trillions of dollars. He made it very easy for the Democrats. Rest. In one article, scientists reported a positive correlation between levels of physical activity, connectivity between brain regions, and white matter quantity and density. No misunderstanding. We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him. Romans chapter 8. What's on your mind right now? What's on your mind? What's on your mind right now that you should share? You should share with God. How are you encouraged by the truth that He knows and understands what you are facing? The Doodle Revolution. I can hardly contain my excitement. Group info doodling, transforming the way people work. Popular sayings. Ideally, you should have at least some football talent, or at least not have two left feet. First and foremost, however, you should have commitment. The attractor factor. 5 easy steps for creating wealth from the inside out. Started here. Use the space below to write when you want to do, when you want to be, do, or have. A study by author Brian revealed that people who simply wrote down their wants and put the list away discovered a year later that 80% of what they wrote came to be. Write down your wants. Write down your wants. University offering more custom majors. Build your own courses seen as a way to secure funding. fueled by government funding. National universities are aiming to offer more learning options to students and strengthen collaboration within their regions. Acing the interview. What is the most money that you have ever made? Answer this question judiciously. If you have been in sales, for instance, and your earnings have been really high in some years and lower in others, give an average of the last few years. Bragging about making a lot of money will never help in negotiation. Answer this question judiciously. Your best life now. Allow God's word to refresh you and to reshape your thinking, speaking, and daily activities. Isaiah chapter 26. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusts in thee. Scripture reading for your best life now. Isaiah chapter 40. All of us face disappointment from time to time. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. How I went from gang member to multi-millionaire entrepreneur. But if you do believe that network marketing is for you, then you can start considering yourself an entrepreneur. Human body. This the electro delivers electrical signals directly to the vestibulocochlear nerve. Ultra learning. Master hard skills, outsmart the competition, and accelerate your career. One of Einstein's earliest mathematical forays was trying to prove the Pythagorean theorem on the basis of a similar triangle. Foray. Mindset. How we can. The new psychology of success. How we can learn to fulfill our potential. Parenting, business, schools, relationship. The fixed mindset. The fixed mindset creates an internal monologue that is focused on judging, This means I'm a loser. This means I'm a loser. Act like a lady. He's actually interested in how your child is doing in school and not enough encourage him to do well, but give suggestion on how he can excel. The four, the hidden DNA of Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google. Nor does Uber necessarily play fair with its ride-sharing competitors, such as Lyft. Decisive, how to make better choices in life and work. You need more option, and you need more. You need the more option and more information. Think better, live better. A victorious life begins in your mind. Keep your crown. When God breathed his life, breathed his life into you, he put a crown on your head. Enjoy life, moving past everyday struggles. Who would try to cut down a tree with a dual axe and then wonder why it's taking so long? How to avoid a climate disaster, the solution we have, and the breakthroughs we need. We need to get heated from something other than oil and the gas. Talking with your hands, listening with your eyes. A complete photographic guide to American Sign Language School. Hand shape, right and left flat hands. Talk less, say more. 3 habits to influence others and make things happen. Habitual tagging sound wish-wash. Wish-wash. Habitual. The end of a competitive advantage. How to keep your strategy moving as fast as your business. The model suggests that you allocate the project to 5 different categories. Was the Poor Things was a weird novel. In a 1992 piece in the London Review of Books, Cole praised Poor Things as Gray's funniest and least uneven novel. My first favorite Bible verses: Winter is past, the rain winter is past, the rain has stopped, flowers cover the earth, it's time to sing. Songs of Songs, chapter 2. Our God has blessed the earth with a wonderful harvest. Psalm chapter 67. Rejection proof how I beat the fear and became invincible through 100 days of rejection. And then there was Nancy, who made a career of teaching. Who made a career of teaching public speaking, and even designed the presentation that Al Gore gives in his the movie An Inconvenient Truth. 212, the extra degree. Extraordinary results begin with one small change. Perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after the other. One thing, the surprisingly simple truth behind the extraordinary results. One of the reasons I've amassed a large library of books over the years is because books are a great go-to resource. Because the sweet spot, how to accomplish more by doing less. Think about how the worst case scenario is something that you can deal with. Memory power up 101 ways to instant record. So if you have to turn left, incorporate a lion into a waypoint image, and so on. Veggie Bible. Injury, a wound or pain you get as a result of being hurt, either physically or to your feelings. Great TED Talks Creativity, an unofficial guide with words of wisdom from 100 TED speakers. Be inventive and generate great ideas, searching for new ideas but coming up empty. This chapter explores a range of methods for coming up with inventive, game-changing notions. Applied Artificial Intelligence, a handbook for business leaders. Uber developed the Michelangelo platform to address these issues. Released from bondage, demonic strongholds. Even personal hygiene would suggest that this expression isn't what God intended. Those that are afraid of bad luck will never know God. Environmental science, proven tools to help you score higher. Automobiles with internal combustion engines waste about 75% to 80% of the energy in their fuel. Brand the real. How smart companies live their brand promise and inspire fierce customer loyalty. Your audience experience comes to the life every time someone sits on one of your bike and take it for a spin. Functional, supporting, marketing, embellishment takes it for a spin. Emotional intelligence, why it can matter more than IQ. When parents did this well, children were better able to suppress the vagal activity that keeps the amygdala priming the body with fight or flight hormones, and the soul were better behaved. Don't let your don't let don't let your attachment to someone lead to poor financial decision. The culture war at Harvard and beyond. There's no proof that Gay, McGill, or many of the pro-Palestinian demonstrators on university campuses are anti-Semitic. God's final word. For a while, the EC comprised 10-member nation, which created quite a stir among Christians looking for the rise of a 10-nation revived Roman Empire. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. say English golden words. People do not lack the strength. They lack the will. They lack the will. The driver's side windshield wiper always wears out first. President Lincoln is praised and remembered for his belief in democracy, in the equality of all men, and his fight for freedom for all. He believed slavery to be a cruel and evil practice. His famous speech, the Gettysburg Address, expressed his ideas. It has become a lasting statement of the meaning of democracy for the American people. Hope in the future. As a believer in God, you can confidently say, although I don't know what the future holds, I know who holds the future. Deuteronomy chapter 1. Why do we have two hands? As you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping yourself, the other for helping others. Spotlight on the USA. The tribes and the US government have tried a number of approaches, but 100 years later, these questions remain to be answered. One American English idiom. Put one's money where one's mouth is. Follow through with a stated intention. 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. It makes no difference how you approach it. It's all one and the same. 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. The sky is not going to fall. No matter what you think, nothing catastrophic is going to happen. The sky is not going to fall, sink or swim. fail or do something to succeed, sink or swim. Silence is golden. It is best not to speak. Now, also used in the sense that quiet is a priceless gift. The show must go on, no matter how adverse conditions are. Whatever has been planned must be carried out. A shot in the arm, a boost that puts new life into someone or something, or alluding to the benefits of a shot administered by a doctor or nurse, or to an injection of a drug by an addict. The power of affirmation and the secret to their success. If you were creating an affirmation to help you lose weight, your goal would probably be to feel proud of your body, light, happy, confident, and craving free. Up in the air. What's the fastest way to learn a language? Act like a baby. Their senses fire up neural circuit that send the stimuli to different language areas in the brain. How are you different from others? Lend me your ears. Greatest speeches in history. When I sat down, it was with a heart which, which had long ceased to beat. The art of success. Embracing change. Embracing change and taking embrace change and taking risk isn't easy, but it is possible and is absolutely necessary for success. what no one ever taught you, but you still need to know. Aging well. She was now taking classes at the Imaginative Senior Center that she had helped to create. The five essential people skill: how to assert yourself, listen to others, and resolve conflict. Obeying the conversation rules. It's an analogy between human communication and driving your car in traffic. Dear Ann Landers are Lipin Ladders. It's a medical series, well done and very interesting, but I will not watch it again. Count your blessings, the healing power of gratitude and love. Chapter 17. Everyone is your mirror. Everyone is your mirror. A loving person lives in a loving world. A hostile person lives in a hostile world. Everyone you meet is your mirror. Who's running your life? The high five habit. Take control of your life with one simple habit. I saw myself working hard, growing older, and putting small amounts of money aside to save for it. I saw the envelope of cash in my desk drawer. I imagined the wave of excitement and felt the grip of the handshake with the previous on when I finally bought it. I could even feel the smile spread across my face, the kind that makes your cheeks tighten up. When it was mine, I saw a hook getting hammered into a wall. I could feel how heavy and awkward it was to hoist such a large work of art up and steady it, had someone helped me lift it and place it on the wall. Flight to the plan, the real secret of success. How to achieve more faster than you ever dreamed possible. Brian has personally gone from rags to riches using these principles. flight to the plan, flight to the plan. Speak with competence, overcome self-doubt, communicate clearly, and inspire your audience. We use the same approach to cover our lack of preparation. It was my trick throughout high school. When it came to essay question on exam, I couldn't target the exact answer, so I just wrote as much as I could, like a spray of pellets in a shotgun, hoping that something would hit the target. This may work on some people, but will cost you credibility with more intelligent and better informed listeners. The work done in advance prepares you for moments you can't prepare for. Don't fire them up. Motivate yourself and your team. A must read for everyone who realize that people are the most important resource in every organization. Must read. After the Cold War, after the Cold War in 1994, the Clinton administration approved the commercial use of American spy technology. We are acutely aware of the privacy implication, Mr. H said of the technology. Great the relationship, the 100 simple secret of great the relationship, what scientists have learned and how you can use it. He understands the meaning of our life together, and when my training is completed, I will move wherever he'd like to go. The age of surveillance capitalism, the fight for human future at the new frontier of power. As you shall see, Skinner's once reviled thinking now defines this frontier of instrumentarian power. A time to build, from family and community to Congress and campus, how recommitting to our institution can revive the American dream. But this is less frequently the case in parts of the country where the fabric is most strained, and where isolation and alienation are most intense, and not by coincidence. Thinking in best, making smarter decisions when you don't have all the facts. The swear jar is a simple example of Ulysses' contract in action. We think ahead. We think ahead to a hazard in our decision-making future and devise a plan of action around that, or at least commit that we'll take a moment to recognize we are veering away from truth seeking, veering away. Early Bird, a memoir of premature retirement. I told her my book was exactly like David Sedaris' book, and we have a date next week. New friendships, a new relationship, new job experiences. The conscience of a liberal, reclaiming America from the right. Yeah, McCarthy, P&R presented data suggesting that the upward bias of voters' incomes as compared with the incomes of all U.S. residents had increased substantially since the early 1970s. The craft of research. Why is your practical solution better than others? Productivity, proven ways to become more awesome. Multitasking. Multitasking is something that you have to chip away at over time. What you are really meant to do, a roadmap for reaching your unique potential. He realized the ratings in these qualitative categories were relatively low, and there were several negative comments about his coaching of young people, or lack of it. Fortunes of the fool. I really hope my nephew, whom I am very fond of personally, and is such a bright person, will prevail over his critics. Users, not customers, who really determine the success of your business. She would offer users a bunch of different ways to celebrate the holiday with their loved one, and then the users could share their favorite of a suggestion with the Facebook friends to see which one they should actually go forward with. Why men don't have a clue and women always need more shoes, the ultimate guide to the opposite sex. The first thing you'll notice about this chapter on what attracts the women sexually to men is that it's half the size of the chapter on what turns on men about the women. The key to living your best life starts with how you approach every new day. You can't do anything about the past, and you don't know what the future holds. But when you wake up in the morning, you can make up your mind to do your best to enjoy your day. Can you make yourself understood in English? The road to success is always under construction. Your interest should be in your future. You are going to spend the rest of your life there.